Greetings and salutations, my friends. Welcome to the Ramble. Welcome back to my channel. I'm a bit sick, so there might be a few edits here when I have a coughing fit. In today's Ramble, I'm going to talk about my Amsterdam trip and my sickness, because, you know, man flu. I almost didn't make it. I still might not make it. But yeah, man flu, Amsterdam meetup, which was amazing. A little bit of talk about real life football and stuff like this. FM19, lots of information about that. I'm going to make a separate video because I was just going to include it in this, my thoughts of FM19. But there's a few bits I want to talk about. So, yeah. So, let's talk about Amsterdam. Behind me. Oh, amazing. New stuff. Dirt count signed. Yeah. Meppen. Me either. I shouldn't laugh. So, Amsterdam. As many of you know, weekend before last, we had our first ever LokiCon, which was basically an excuse for me to go to Amsterdam, get stoned, which happened. But amazingly, we had about sort of 15, 20 people turn up, which was bonkers. I'd never made it as a big pre-planned thing. I just said, look, I'm going to be here if you guys want to turn up. And we had about probably sort of 5 or 10 people that lived relatively local to Amsterdam, so they travelled a few hours, popped in for the evening, and all that sort of stuff. Everybody was so nice. I was nervous. I'm shit at meeting new people, but it was so relaxed. It was such a laugh. And then about 10 of us stayed over in the campsite in Amsterdam, where lots of people had cabins, a few people had tents. We had one guy from America, which is bonkers. That's Portland Timbers. You know, because he's clever and bought me a green hat. Do they not have an away kit hat? Look, it's not great. But thank you very much. And he came from, admittedly, he works for the airline, so he gets free flights. But to spend 10 plus hours to get to Amsterdam for just a weekend of debauchery and then and sleep in a little tent and then go back. And it was horrible weather, by the way. We had sort of 2.5 days of rain. But it didn't really dampen because I did take a football. I was thinking, what should I take to Amsterdam? And I was like, the only thing I really want to take is a football, because, you know, kicking a football around, it's fun, isn't it? And so I took I bought a brand new football, deflated, little football pump, and all that good stuff. I even decided to take some brand new goalkeeping gloves. I don't know why. No idea why. That's going a bit too far. So I had that all packed away, and I also wanted to bring some beanie hats along to sort of give away, and then obviously, you know, packing the case, started going a bit wrong, started piling up, couldn't zip it, oh no, stuff's going to have to go, so I was like, okay, well the footballs has to stay, I can leave the beanies, and I can leave the goalkeeping gloves, but the football and the football pump definitely have to go along with my clothes, right, so that's sorted, okay, cool. Job done. Got there, unpacked everything in our lovely little cabin, and realised I hadn't taken the adapter, the little metal spiky thing that goes on the football pump thing to pump up the football, hadn't taken it with me, because in my infinite wisdom, I had taken it out of its little packet to save space and put it into the bag that the goalkeeper gloves comes in, and then I didn't take the goalkeeper gloves. Yeah, so I had a flat football weekend, and then I left it for the cleaners in Amsterdam. So that was nice. But, yeah, the weekend was just such a blast. It was, you know, there was even a woman there, other than Curly, right? It wasn't just a bunch of nerdy blokes. Admittedly, that woman was the girlfriend of one of the guys that came. So it doesn't quite... But she was wearing a LokiCon t-shirt. She was probably forced into wearing it. But that still counts as a woman came to LokiCon, all right? No, but in all seriousnity, we had such a laugh, despite the weather. Most of the time, we just hang out at the campsite. What was one of the nicest things was that me and Curly arrived on Friday sort of evening. And I'd already said that, you know, the event sort of properly starts on Saturday. So me and Curly just thought we'd have a quiet night. But what was really nice to hear about was that a lot of the other guys that were going, a bunch of guys from the Discord, went out on the town, went out for the evening on Friday night. So that was really, really cool. I didn't want everybody just sort of coming to see me. I wanted everybody to come and see each other. And I think Discord really helped in that, because obviously through chatting to the guys, a lot of them chatter quite a lot on Discord and stuff. So it was meeting up with mates as well as sort of meeting me and stuff like that. And it was brilliant. I couldn't have asked for anything more. I think the numbers were about perfect. I don't want, because I was thinking of doing like, okay, well, we do LokiCon next year. Let's make it somewhere easy to get to. Let's make it, because obviously a lot of my subscribers are from the UK, so I could make it somewhere in England. I was like, but I don't want 100 people there. No offence to anyone. I'd like to meet all of you. But as a thing, hanging out and stuff, it was a lot easier to do. You know how you see these big YouTubers and they go to a meet and greet where basically you queue up for a signature with your favourite YouTuber. And I'm like, what fucking bollocks is that? Share a joint with your favourite YouTuber. Now, that's what I'm talking about. But yeah, it was brilliant to have that sort of size of group, about 10 people most of the weekend, where we could all sit in together on the same table, have a laugh. We got the Switch out with a bunch of games and all sorts of stuff. It was a really, 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 really fun week. And then obviously, and I just want to say thank you again to everyone that came. I'm not even going to attempt to remember your names off the top of my head because, well, my brain doesn't work at the moment. At the best of times, it doesn't work. At the moment, it's just... So then I came back, and it was actually like... It was really nice because of obviously what happened last week with Midge and stuff, just to sort of take my mind off it. And a real nice thing, the guys that went out on Friday, they said that they toasted Midge, which was really cool, which is really sweet and stuff. So it was nice, and Curly had a great time as too, and she was so happy with it. Everybody was friendly, and everybody just got on with it and stuff like that. And then we came back, and I'd planned to have a week off. Got some weed, planned to just basically get stoned, play a bit of League of Legends for an entire week. And that was all going to plan until about the 4th or 5th day of my holiday, then, of course, I get ill. Bit of man flu. It started off a bit coldy, and I was like, battle for it. I'm not one that normally gets ill, so I was kind of like, I just kind of ignore illness and just carry on. So I did that for the first couple of days, and then, obviously, a cold wasn't enough, so it went man flu. And I used to have croup as a kid, which is a type of cough thing, which anytime I get a cough makes it a lot worse. So, yeah, the last few days have been pretty shit. I meant to come back on Monday, couldn't do it, struggled with it. So I was like, okay, I tweeted out a couple of days ago that we'll be back on Wednesday. So I'll catch you up on stuff. I'll catch you up on stuff with my plans, because obviously FM19 is only like a couple of weeks, a bit away, which is very exciting. So with my current FM save, so we've currently got the Altrincham and the Journeyman save going on. We just finished a season with Altrincham, and we've only just started a season with Dynamo Dresden. I haven't recorded for about a week and a half, you can tell. It just goes out of my brain. About 2 weeks, in fact. And so I think what we're going to do, so the game comes out on the 2nd of October, right? And so the beta will be 2 weeks before, which is probably going to be round about the 19th. It might be a day either side. 19th of October. And so we've got 16 days. So I reckon in that time, 16 days, we can do 2 more seasons of each save. And what I'm going to try and do up until beta is do 1 episode of both Altrincham and Dresden every single day, including Sundays and Saturdays, and just go for it. 2 more seasons, try and get 2 more seasons done before I finish up the series, and then hopefully I'll give the save file to you guys so you can end up like actually winning stuff, which will be nice with my team. And then we'll end up the series there. I think that's sort of the best way to do it and everything. I'm also going to be doing, for those of you who, for anyone really, I'm going to be doing a Football Manager 2019 giveaway. It's going to be quite a large giveaway. I'm going to be giving away 10 copies of Football Manager 2019. And I'll do a separate video for it, so you'll see it on my channel. Make sure you're subscribed so you see it and stuff. And it won't be like a complex entry system where you have to do a million things. It's basically you're going to get an entry for if you're already a subscriber on my channel, you get an entry. If you follow me on Twitter, you get an entry. If you follow me on Twitch, you get an entry. 3 entries. Something along those, really simple. You just confirm it. But I'll make a special video about it and basically give away 10 copies to you guys as a sort of little thank you. And also, if you've already pre-ordered it or whatever, you can then, if you're a creator, you can give it away to your followers if you win, or you can give it to a mate or something. You know, pretend it's a Christmas present, save yourself some money. Job done, innit? So, yeah, that's going to be coming up in the next sort of couple of days and everything like that. I'll talk about FM19 in a separate video, but I'm very happy with it. Last thing I want to talk about is just, a quick catch-up on a couple of football teams. My 2 favourite football teams for different reasons. Liverpool, Manchester United. Obviously, Liverpool played Chelsea twice. Liverpool played Chelsea twice, a draw and a loss in the cup. I was fine with the cup thing. That was I'm not too bothered about it. But the league game was a really good result. I think Hazard's on fire and stuff. It was 2 really good teams just swinging at each other. And I thought draw was a fair result. I definitely think we edged it. I think we deserved at least a draw. We had enough chances. Missed a couple of sitters. But Daniel Sturridge's goal was erection worthy, wasn't it? And I want to talk about Man United a little bit because I'm confused. I've been a Liverpool fan for probably about 32 years. And as a Liverpool fan, you are destined to hate Manchester United forever. And I do, don't get me wrong. But my hatred for Jose Mourinho, I think is higher. It's probably the highest in football. Out of all the teams and players and stuff like this and staff, I think my hatred for Jose Mourinho is probably the most. And I was delighted when he went to Man United because then I could combine my hatred into a giant ball of hatred. And so I was delighted with that. And I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't think anybody knows what the fuck is going on. What I don't like, and yes, I'm all for football banter and having a laugh with your mates who's a Man United fan. You take the piss out of him. And I want Man United to fail and do horribly. But what I don't want to see in any club, no matter who it is a man that seems to be just playing some sort of weird psychology games. He's fucking about. There's no way in the world that McTominay is the guy that should be playing centre-back. There wasn't like a massive injury crisis to mean that McTominay had to start centre-back or somebody had to start centre-back. Eric Bailly was on the bench and all that sort of good stuff. Even when they went to a 4, they kept him on. And I think this is up in the proper disgusting category because it's like Jose Mourinho's using some young kid's career to prove a point that you didn't buy me good enough centre-back. So I'm having to play this kid here. And I think that is beyond football. That is disgusting. You're messing with some kid's career. I'm sure, and I hope McTominay goes on to have a great career and stuff. But it's the sort of thing that can really hurt the beginning of career. Hey, you're a central midfielder. Bosh, go on, go play centre-back. Have a laugh. While we're massively under pressure and stuff like this. I just watched the Valencia game? The 0-0. Oh, it's so dull. I heard the fans saying attack. And the scary thing for me is I actually feel pity for them. And I know I shouldn't feel pity for Man United fans. They've had a bit of a decent run over the last 30 years, if you hadn't heard. They're quite good. But I've been through a lot of shit as a Liverpool fan, and I'm sure 99.9% of other football fans have all been through some horrible times. And I'm all for Man United just being rubbish at football and not finishing top 4. I love that stuff, right? That's fine. That's not what I'm getting at. When it's almost things outside of football, like what I hate is stuff like Jose Mourinho, who's playing games and stuff like that with kids' careers and fucking about, and who knows what goes on in his fucking little tiny brain. But also, I hate it like the Mike Ashleys of this world, where you're a fan of a club that is owned by a fucking dickhead. And you have to live with that. And that's horrible. I don't want that to happen to any sort of team. Even when, Man United and stuff went through their troubles and with the owners and stuff, I was not cheering because I'm a Liverpool fan. In that sort of situation, I'd like every club to have decent owners, and then we can just smash each other on the football field. But I don't know what's going on with Man United. They just need to get rid of Jose Mourinho. He was never any sort of long-term solution. He was always going to be a 3-year wonder, a 4-year wonder, or whatever. Because Jose Mourinho, he still lives in a fucking hotel. Like, even if nothing else, that should explain the sort of... Do you reckon he's going to be with us long-term? Well, he's been with us 3 years and he's still living in a hotel. So I'm going to say no. It's sad. Jose Mourinho should just fuck off back to Portugal or whoever else. I think trouble is, he's pissed. There's only like so many big clubs in the world, and I think he's pissed off pretty much all of them. Is there any places he could just go back to? I don't know. Maybe he should just take over something like Reading, just for a bit of a challenge or something, see if he can do it. Right. Enough waffling about Man United fans. There we go. There is the thing. Video. The thing. There. I have finished the thing. You are welcome. Oh, also, just want to say a massive thank you to all the patrons on Patreon. Obviously, I've been off for the last sort of 2 weeks and away and stuff like that, so I haven't been keeping track. I don't know who's new. I'm going to revamp the whole credit system because I need to remove a bunch of people as well. But thank you very much. If in the last couple of weeks you've signed up to Patreon, a massive thank you. Your name will be in the credits soon, trust me. And anyone that continues to support the channel, obviously FM19 is just around the corner. I am so very excited to get going with that. My main save is, the planning stage is coming along nicely. I think it's going to be crazy. I still haven't actually decided what I'm doing what am I doing for the beta save? Was I just doing a Liverpool save? I can't even remember. You'll find out in like 2 weeks. Right. There we go, my friends. Good to be back. Thank you very much for watching. I am going to probably... I'll make a little FM19 video and then probably just go to sleep. Thank you very much. Football Manager will be back tomorrow with both episodes. And so every day now, until we do 2 seasons, there's going to be 2 Football Manager videos each day until it gets done. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.